So today we will do Windows Fundamentals part 2. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So we will continue our journey exploring the Windows operating system. In Windows Fundamental Part 1, we discovered the desktop, the file system, user account controls, and control panel settings, and task manager. So this module will attempt to provide an overview of some other utilities available in the Windows operating system and the different methods to access these utilities. So first of all, we are here we have to launch this virtual machine. And the machine's IP is given like machine IP, and the username administrator, and then password is let me in 123. So accept the certificate when prompted, and you should be logged into the remote system now. Okay. And we'll just move into the system configuration. So system configuration in Windows can involve a variety of tasks, from like adjusting display settings to managing user accounts. So some of the common system configurations available in Windows are like there are general, boot, services, startup, and tools. Okay, so we'll just see one by one here. Like in the general tab, like in the system configuration in Windows operating system, in the general tab, we can select what devices and services for Windows to load upon boot. Like there are three options: normal startup, diagnostic startup, and selective startup. So in the boot tab, we can define like various boot options for the operating system, like Windows Server boot, and there are various boot options like save boot, minimal, alternate. Okay, so and in the services tab, like this lists all the services which are configured for that system regardless of their state, like whether the services which are running or they are stopped. So they are listed here, and a service is a special type of application that runs in the background. So basically, service is basically the logs which basically tells which applications or which software are running at the background. And in the startup tab, you won't see anything interesting in the attached PM. So below the screenshot of the startup tab of MS Config from my okay. So like as you can see, Microsoft advises using task manager to manage. So in the task manager there are multiple options, like we can enable, disable the startup programs, and you can just see what are the software running. Okay, so there is a list of various utilities in the tools tab that we can run to configure the operating system further in the tools section. Like there are multiple settings, like about Windows we can see, we can just change the UAC settings, then Windows troubleshooting. So there are multiple tools present in the tools section. And like notice the selected command section, the information in the text box will change per tool. Okay, so here like when you just select this like tools, the command selected command, it will change its path, okay, according to the programs. So like to run a program, we just have to click on the launch button. So here we will just move into our question. Okay, yeah. So here it is written like, what is the name of the service that lists system internals as the manufacturer? So here we'll just see what can like let me see it is given or not. Okay, so here the answer for this will be PS shutdown. Like this is the service that basically lists the system integrals as the manufacturer. Okay, so you can just find these services in the service section. Okay, like here you can just find it. Okay, the PS shutdown button, sorry, shutdown service. Okay, and it is written like, whom is the Windows license registered to? So basically Windows license is registered to every user, like every Windows user. Okay, like every Windows is licensed to each Windows user. Okay, So the answer for this will be Windows user. And here it is written like, what is the command for Windows troubleshooting? So like when you just see a like a system configuration, um, okay. Mm. So you can just open like directly from the this run the system configuration, okay, with the MS config. And here we will just what it was asked like for Windows troubleshooting. Okay, so here we have to just find the Windows troubleshooting, and this is the command, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this will be we'll just copy this everything and we'll just paste it here. Okay, we have to just manually write it here. Okay. Oh, sorry. System 32, then control exe, and then slash name troubleshooting. Okay. Okay, and the next is given like what command will open the control panel? Like the answer is in the okay. So here for the control panel, this is the example like in the C drive in the Windows section, the system 32. When we need to open this, we have to just write here control.exe in the run section. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this will be control.exe. Okay, great. So now we have to just see the next UAC settings like user account control. Okay, so we are continuing with tools that are available through the system configuration panel. So here we will just see about user control setting. So user control setting, user account control was covered in great detail in Windows Fundamental Part 1. So basically this is the security feature in Windows that basically helps to prevent unauthorized changes in your system. It works by basically notifying you when a program or action requires any of the administrative access, or we can say when it prompts you to confirm or provide administrator credentials before proceeding. So user account control basically allows or basically notifies the program the user when any of the program requires any of the administrator access. So like user account control helps protect your system from malicious software, and this also ensures that only authorized users can make changes in their system. Okay. So you can move the slide bar to see how the setting will change the US settings. Okay. So here, in this example, it is given of the example like choose when to be notified about changes to your computer. So you can just change it according to your preferences, like notify me when apps try to make changes or something. Okay. So we'll just move into the question like what is the command to open user account control settings. So here it is asked like the answer is in the name of the .exe file, not the full path. So from here only we can just get the command. So here it is asked for user account control. So we'll just move into change user settings and we can just find here. Okay. So the answer for this will be like user account control setting.exe. Okay. Okay. So next one is the computer management. So we are continuing with the tools that are available through system configuration panel. Okay. So the computer management GMP utility has three primary sections like system tools, storage and services and applications. So we'll just see this also along with it. So here we have to just write here comp mgmt. Okay. It is not there. Okay. Okay, great. We'll just see. So there are three like primary sections here, like the tools, then the storage, and then the service application. Okay, here the system tools, then storage and services and applications. So in the system tools, like let's start with the task scheduler. Per Microsoft, with the task scheduler, we can create and manage common tasks that that our computer will carry out automatically at the time we specify. So a task can run on application, script, etc. And task can be configured to run at any point. So a task can run at login or at logoff. So basically, we know that there are multiple tasks which run when the computers are turned off, and some of the like task run when the computer gets turned on. Okay, so a task can run an application, a script, etc., and basically they run at logged in and log off. Okay, so tasks can also be configured to run on specific schedule, for example every 5 minutes. So yeah, we can just set what like which task can run in like which what time. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so to create a basic task, click on create basic task. Wires. Okay, just let me see. Okay, it is opening now. So in the system tools, like in the task scheduler, we can just schedule our all, like we can say, like we can just create the task, and we can just set the reminder also, like the task will run at what time. Okay. So this was it. And the event viewer, like event viewer allows us to view events that have occurred on our computer, like which are the events which occurred in our computer. And these records of events can be seen as an audit trail that can be used to understand the activity. Okay, so like this information is often used to diagnose problems and investigate actions executed on the system. So basically, we can say event viewer is a built-in Windows application that allows us to view and analyze system and security and the event logs. Okay, so it provides detailed information about various events which occurs on our computer, such as the errors, warnings, and information messages, and many more. So event viewer is a valuable tool for like troubleshooting system issues, like monitoring system health and investigating software or like hardware, we can say problems. Okay, which basically occurs in our computer. Okay, so event viewer has three panes. We'll just see it, like custom use, Windows logs, and application. Okay, so here the pane on the left provides the hierarchical tree listing of the event log providers. So basically, this provides a like a hierarchical tree structure. Okay, and the pane in the middle will display a general overview. So this will provide a general overview and the summary. And in the right section, this is the action pane. Okay, we can just change it according to our preferences. Okay. So there are like 5 types of events that can be logged. Okay, so like first one is error. So an event that indicates a significant problem, like any loss has been occurred or any of the misbehavior has been occurred. So error basically tells that. And the warning section, like this is not necessarily significant, but this may indicate a future problem. Like it gives us warning for the future occurring problems. Okay, such that when the disk space is low, so it will give a warning to us. Okay, and in the information, it will an event that describes the successful operation of an application, driver, or application or service. Okay, and the success audit, like it will deliver us the information about successfully audit has been completed. Okay, for example, like a user's successful attempt to log into the system or log out of the system. Okay, and the failure, it will basically give us the like failure in like message. Okay, like the logged in has been failed, like this. Okay, so the standard logs are available under Windows logs. So you can just find like the standard one in the Windows log. So this is a table for docs. Okay, like in the application section, this contains events which are logged by the applications. Okay, like a database application might record a file error. So basically this shows like errors. And the security one, this contains events such as valid and invalid login attempts. And in the system one, it contains events logged by system components. And okay, so for more information, you can just view it in this log room. Okay, and the next one is our shared folders. So here, shared folders is where you will see a complete list of shares and folders shared that others can connect. Like when you share a folder, other users or devices can access and modify its content. Okay, in the shared folders. Okay, so here, sharing up, how to share a folder. First of all, like you just click on the folder and select its properties, and in the folders property, you just go on the sharing tab, and there you just click on the advanced sharing, and then click OK. Okay, so here, in the our image under shares are the default share of Windows. Like these basically are the default one. Like folders are defaultly shared by these, like admin. Okay, so as with any object in Windows, you can just right click on the folder to view its property, as I told you. So under the session one, like in the shares, you can just see what are the who are the current like default users. Okay, which the folders are being shared to. And in the sessions one, you can just see a list of users who are currently connected to share. So currently there are no users. And in the open files, this will basically show all the folders and files that the connected user can access. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, so in the local users and group section, this basically okay, so this we have learned in the Windows fundamental part 1. So here in the user section, we can see what are the users who are like currently using the system, and groups, like what are the remote groups. Okay, so basically this shows users and groups. So in the performance tab, this one, you will see utility like performance monitor, monitoring tools, data collector, and reports. Okay, so basically this monitors all the the monitoring tools carries all the tools which basically monitors the performance either on the real time or for the from the log file. So this utility is best for the troubleshooting performance. Like we can see here what were the logs which were which were the performance which were like run. So we can just Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So in the performance tab, as I told you, like it basically gives the performance data which are in the real time or in the log time. Okay. So like in the device manager, this is a device manager. So this allows us to view and configure the hardwares like which are connected. Okay, such as disabling them, or we can just attach some new hardware to the computer. Okay. And in the storage section, this basically is for Windows Server backup and the disk management. Okay, here Windows Server backup. So here you can just see there are two types of backup, like local backup and online backup. So you can just view what are the backup which are going on within your device. And in the disk management, since the virtual machine is a Windows server operating system, there are utilities available that you just typically not see in the Windows 10. Okay, so here the disk management is a system utility in Windows. This enables you to perform like advanced storage tasks, such as like we can just set up a new drive here, like in the files. Okay, so like here, like currently our drive we are using is C drive and system which is reserved. So from here only we can just add or remove some of the disks. Okay, like we can just create virtual hard disk also, or we can just attach virtual hard disk. So these in these way we can just like add a new drive, and then we can just extend our partitions also, like here with the help of this we can just extend our partitions. And we can just shrink our partition, like we can just shrink volume. Okay, so there are multiple options you can just do with the file system of your Windows. And next is our services and applications, like the last one. So like a service is basically a like special type of application that runs in the background, as I told you in the previous one. So this basically tells us like which are the services which are running in the background. Okay. Okay, so we'll just move into the questions, like what is the command to open computer management? So the command for opening the computer management, as I told, it was compmgmt.msc. Okay,
Okay.
with the shortcut you can just open this. And at what time every day is the Google update task machine task configured to run? So this basically runs at every 6:15 a.m. Okay, this is a fixed time. And what is the name of the hidden folder that is shared? So we will just see here, like in the shares one, hidden folder. Okay, okay, in the description you can just see here, like okay, properties. Hmm. Okay, these three are the like remote administrator user one, right? So these
Mhm.
in the these three we cannot make any of the changes. So the hidden folder will be this one. Okay, like the folder's name is sh4r3df0ld3r. Okay,
Okay.
so we'll just write it here, 4r3df0ld3r. Okay. Okay, great. And the next one is like system information. Okay, so we are continuing. Okay, what is system information? So when we want to open the system information, so this is the like shortcut. Okay, so
Could you tell
system
me
info.
about the hidden file actually?
What?
Could you tell me about the hidden file? Likewise.
Okay, so as you can see, like these three, admin C and IPC. Okay, so these three are basically they are like description. It is given like it is owned by the remote user. Okay, like when we want to edit this, it basically tells us like it is of the administrative purpose. Okay, so these three we cannot do anything. Okay, like we cannot make any changes. So there is a last folder, like in the shares one. It was asked like. Okay, it was said like what is the name of the hidden folder that is shared. So in the shared folder, there are only four like folders which are being shared. Okay, so these three are owned by the administrator. So this is the last one, which is remaining. So this will only will be the hidden folder. Okay,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So when we talk about the system information in the Windows, this basically provides detailed information about the hardware, software, and the system components of our computer. Like it can be useful for troubleshooting, checking system specifications, and gathering information for technical support. So like how we can just start this. Okay, so let me just okay, so MS info 32. Okay, so here this basically tells us all the system summary like hardware resources, component, and software environments. Okay, like about this will give all the details about our current system. Okay, like what is its OS name, what is its version. So there are multiple we can say multiple information about our system. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So system summary will display general technical specifications for the computer, such as the processor, brand, and model. Yeah, so we just show here. So the information displayed in hardware resources, like in the hardware resources. Okay, so it's not for the average computer user. If you want to learn more about this section, we can just refer to official Microsoft page. So in the hardware resources. We can just see a conflicts sharing like these are some of the details about the like PCI bus or okay, and in the DMA we have the like what are the disks which are like connected, and the forced hardware and input output. So there are multiple like devices. Okay, like in the memory sections also these are the informations. Okay,
Okay.
and in the component section we can just see specific information about the hardware devices like which are installed on our computer. So like multimedia, CD-ROM, sound devices. So we can just see about these informations like which are the devices which are connected. Okay,
Okay.
and in the software environment we can just see information about software which are there in our operating system. Okay, like which we have installed. Okay,
Okay.
so other details are visible in the section as well, such as environmental variables. Like here, we can just see various details and network connections. Okay, so in the Windows fundamental part one, we have seen about environmental variables. So directly you can just click here in the environmental variables and you can just see all the details. And then other method is given like in the control panel, go to the system security system, then you can just view environmental variables. Okay, so like towards the very bottom of this utility, there is search bar. Like this is the search bar. Like so, please give it a go. Select components and search for the IP address. So we'll just see. Click right here IP address. Let's see it gives or not the details. So here it is given like IP address. Like so here we can just directly find it. Okay. So we'll just move into the questions. So what is the command to open system information? So the command was msinfo. Okay, msinfo uh, 42. Okay, and the file name will be in the exe format. So we'll just write here exe. Okay, so next is like what is listed under system name. So like system name it is given here, right? THM win fun 2. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just write here THM hyphen win fun 2. Okay. And then under environmental variables, what is the value for comsec? Okay. So environmental variable was here. Okay, this is the value, right? Okay. So percent system and then again percent system 32 then cmd.exe. Okay. And then in the resource monitor, so for the shortcut for opening resource monitor is respawn. Okay. So we'll just open this also. Okay, so here we will just write here respawn. Okay. So resource monitor, this is a built-in Windows tool that provides detailed real-time information. Okay, this gives us real-time information about our computer's resource usage, including our CPU, memory disk, and network activity. Okay, so it helps us to monitor and analyze the performance of our system and then identify resource hungry processes. So this consists of multiple tabs like overview, CPU, memory, and the disk and network. So the overview tab provides an overview of resource utilization across all the categories. Okay. And the other tabs provide detailed information about the CPU, memory disk, and the network. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the monitoring, like in the each tab, you can just view real-time graphs this lists active processes and related information. Okay, so for example in the CPU tab, you can see the process consuming the most CPU, like which are the processes which are consuming the most like CPU. Okay, so like here all of them are currently 0, but here you can just see perform.exe is running, and then so in this way, you can just see which are the processes running. Okay. So, and in the memory tab, you can view memory usage by processes like physical memory and the usage of memory related to like hardware components. Okay. So here in the memory, you can just see what are the like how much space the physical memory is taken or something. Okay. And in the disk tab, this shows disk activity, including read write speeds and like disk queue length and the process accessing the disk. Okay, so here you can just see the details about these. And in the network tab, this displays network activity including current connections and network utilization and the processes which are using the network resources. Okay, so these are the currently two processes which are using the network resources, and like this is the kbps, and you can just see which are the like connections which are using this process using this. Okay, so so like resource monitor provides like value insights in your into your system resource usage. This helps us to understand how our computer is performing and pinpoint resource bottlenecks. So it can assist in troubleshooting performance issues, like which are the processes which are like are highly consuming the resource. So in this way, this can help us, and it can assist in troubleshooting performance, and then optimizing resource allocations, and it is identifying problematic process. Okay, so this is the most easiest way to find the highly running processes. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, so this was that, and we'll just move into the question, like what is the command to open a resource monitor? So it was respond.exe. So respond dot, you just go through these like sections like which are we are covering, and you just go through all the like sections, like in the CPU what are there in the memory. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, so in the command prompt the command from CMD can seem daunting at first, but it's really not that bad. Okay, so when the GUI was not was introduced, it allowed users to perform complex tasks with a few clicks of button instead of entering commands in the like command prompt. So earlier the command line was the way to interact with the operating system. Okay, uh, and then when the GUI came, it made the task easier. Okay, so even though the GUI is the primary way to interact with the operating system, a computer user can still interact through the command prompt. So to open the command prompt, we'll just write here CMD. Okay, so this is the command prompt of Windows. So in this task, we'll only cover a few commands that a computer user can run in the command prompt to obtain information about the computer system. So let's start with a few examples. Like first one is host name. So basically, host name gives the output of the computer name. Okay, like what is the computer's name? So the computer name is GHM WinFun2, and the whoami basically gives us the like current user name. Okay, yeah. So next we'll look at the some commands that are useful when troubleshooting. So the first one is like ipconfig. This basically gives all the details about your like IP addresses and MAC addresses. Okay, so with the help of ipconfig, you can just see what is your IP, like 10.10. This is the current IP, and this is the MAC address. Sorry, IPv6 address. And each command will have a help manual to explain the like in the Linux we were having the help, right, the hyphen help. So in the same way we can just get the manual page also. So a command to retrieve the help manual for the command is this. Okay, so if you just want to get any of the help, like in the Linux we were getting the help section with the like command and then hyphen help, right? So in
Okay.
Windows, the command is like if I want to get the detail about ipconfig only, so I will just write here ipconfig, then slash and then the question mark, and this will give us all the details like these are the options, right? This were the like where we were using like hyphen C hyphen H in the Linux. So in the same way we can just see all the like options here. So next one is to clear the command prompt screen. The command is CLS. So in the Linux it was clear, it is CLS. Okay, here in the Windows. So the next command is netstat. Like for the help manual, this command will display protocol statics and like current TCP IP network connections. Okay, so let's just see this netstat, and it will see all the it will tell us all the TCP IP network connections. Okay, so here the line within the read in the our image, the line within the red box shows us an example syntax for the command. So these are like the options with the netstat we can use it. Okay,
Okay.
so When any of the parameters are appended to the root command, netstat in this case, the output changes. Play with a few to see yourself. Okay, like when you add some of these options, it will change according to its like options. Okay, so if you type net without a sub command, the output will show the syntax for the root command, showing a few of the sub commands you can use. Okay, so this is the example, and the help is given. Okay, so if you want to like see the help information for the net user, the command is net help user, like the details about the user. Okay, so it will be like the op- output is given like in the it will show us about the username, password, and then the domains. So there are multiple like options which we can use with the net user command. Okay, so you can see the use the command to view the help information for other useful net sub commands such as local group user, use, share, and sessions. So you can just take help of the like help command, okay, to view all the options for particular commands, right?
Yes.
So the answer question is like in system configuration, what is the full command for internet protocol configuration? So we will just see tools. Okay, like it is asked of the system configuration, what is system configuration. Okay, so we'll just see, is there any like hmm, okay, so first of all we have to open. Okay, and here what we have to do is like what is the full command for internet protocol configuration. So for the internet protocol configuration, the command will be I think ipconfig.exe. So but let's see this. We'll just move into first of all C drive, and in the C drive we'll just see what are the like okay, just a second. Mm, uh, okay, just we'll just dir. Okay, so the dir is giving us all these details about which are there in the user's administrator. So so here in the like IP will be basically given in the Windows section. Okay, like what is the IP for the current system? So it is asked like what is the full command for the internet protocol configuration. So we'll just move inside the Windows folder. So cd Windows, and then here we'll just see like in which one you can just get so and after that we'll just move into the system 32. So let me just cd system Okay. And then after that, in the command line section, we'll just move into, we'll just find for command prompt. We have to find for the command line, like, yeah, it is here given like cmd.exe. Okay, so we'll just move into this directory for like getting the IP address. So we cannot find like everything in this all directories, so we have to just remember what like where we can just find the simple details about, like, for example, for the IP address only, like we have to remember this all path. Okay, like from the C drive we have to move into the Windows, and from the Windows we have to move into the system 32. Okay, because going into each and every like directories, it will be very literally very hard. Okay, right? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so we have to just remember this path. So now we have to move into the cmd .exe, and after that we have to move into like kwinrar. Okay, so I will just write here. Okay, cd. Okay, so I will just tell you the path because this is getting too long. So I will just write here. Okay, like in the C drive, first of all, we have to move into the Windows section. Okay,
Okay.
Windows directory, and after that, we will move into the system 32, and after that, it was cmd.exe. Okay, this is okay, and after that, it was k win directory. Okay. Okay, so this is the like path of for getting the internet protocol configuration. Okay, so like these are like too long to remember, right? So we have to like we just have to remember like the paths for these like simple details, because finding in these like complex directories, it is very much difficult. So we have to just remember this. Okay. So the second question is like for the IP config command, how do you show detailed information? So it was IP config. Okay, so here in the example it was given. Yeah, so in the these are the options which we can like go with the help of with the IP config. So here like slash all will give all the details about the IP config. Okay, so the command will be IP config slash all. Okay, and next one is our registry editor. So like Windows Registry editor is the central hierarchical database which is used to store information necessary to configure the configure the system for one or more users, applications, and then hardware devices. So the registry contains information that Windows continually references during operations, like profiles for each user, applications which are installed on the computer, and the types of documents that can be. So basically, this provides all the details about the Windows registry. Okay,
Okay.
like what are the hardwares which exist on our system, or we can say this basically contains all the information about the hardware, software, and then the user preferences. So when editing into the Windows registry, this can have significant effects on the stability and utility of the like system. So it is needed to be crucial to create a backup before doing any of the thing with the Windows registry. Okay, like when you go to modify it, so first of all you just take the backup. Okay, so there are various ways to edit the registry. Way is to registry editor that is regulated. So with this, you can just edit all the registries of the Windows. So to open it, the command will be regedit.exe. Okay, so it will be .exe. Okay, so this is the command to open the registry editor. So here you can just see what are the the root user have what permissions to which users, sorry, which files and folders, and there are multiple like users also, like current user, local machine, then use normal users, the current config. So you can just see what which user have which access to what folders. Okay, these are a bit complicating, but mm, this will be regedit.exe only. Yeah, it was. I think there's some another name also. Let me just try this 32. Yeah, it's opening with this also. I think it will be working. Regedit 32. Okay. Yeah. So in the conclusion, we will just see like there were multiple rooms we covered, from the system configuration, user, UAC settings. So there were multiple rooms in the Windows fundamentals part 2. So there were multiple shortcuts to open these utilities. We can just open from the run section, and so some of the tools listed in MS config that weren't mentioned in this room were either covered in the Windows fundamental. Okay, so you just go through these rooms. Okay, once again,
Oh,
and
okay.
you just, yeah. So let me just close this. Okay, in the Windows fundamental part 3, we'll just see what are the details it is given. Okay, so here it is given about various utilities about Windows updates, Windows security, viruses, and threat protection. So I
Okay.
will just give you a brief about these. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just start from the Windows update. So Windows Update is a built-in feature in Windows operating system. This allows us to download and install updates for our system. Okay, which includes security patches, bug fixes, and which various features for the enhancement of our like Windows operating system. So keeping your system up to date is very much crucial for maintaining our like security, stability, and performance of our system, right? So on the Windows update page, like we have to yeah, so the settings tab, you can just go into the update and security, and there you can just check like here, like whether the updates are like there in the Windows system or not. Okay, so if updates are not found, like Windows will list them here, like including the type, and then like security, quality, and feature, and the description about those. So when the updates are given, you just click on the install button to begin the installation process, right? So like Windows may prompt you to restart your computer to complete the update installation. So in the configuration Windows update settings, you can just customize various options such as like advanced options. Here from the advanced options, you can just allow, this basically allows us to configure how updates are delivered, like using other PCs or internet or like local network to download the updates. Okay, and there are multiple options like pause the update, then what are the active hours when the updates can be done, and then what is the delivery optimization, like how updates are downloaded and how they are distributed over the internet or the local network. So it basically provides these details in the advanced options. Okay, so like regularly updating your Windows system is essential for ensuring its security and stability. Uh, and Windows update helps us to stay up to date with the latest patches, right? So you can just go through this Windows update also. So okay, so there were two definition updates installed in this attached VM on what date were these updates installed. So like we'll just check this also. Okay, we'll just let this machine start. Till then, I will just cover the Windows security. So like in the Windows security settings, this is also available in the setting feature only. So there are like 4 to 5 options like virus and threat protection, then firewall and network protection, then apps and browser control, and then device security. So each following task will briefly touch on these areas. Like green means your device is sufficiently protected, and there aren't any recommended actions, right? So these green are like sufficiently protected one, and the yellow means that there is a safe recommendation for you to review. And in the red one, like this is the warning that like something needs your immediate attention. Okay, so like if you want to like provide any of the preventive measure, you could just go into the security like inside this Windows security, like open Windows security, and then you can just view these. So if you want to provide any measures in this, you can just turn on the protection. Okay.
Okay.
So in the above image, which area needs immediate attention? So it is like virus and threat protection, right?
Okay.
So the answer for this will be virus and threat protection. I'm just covering this in brief. You just go afterwards, okay?
Yes, sure.
So then the first one is like virus and threat protection. So this is divided into two parts, like current threats and virus and threat protection settings. So the image below only focuses on current threats. Okay, like this in this photo, this basically shows like there were no current threats, and the last scan was made at this time, and then 0 threats were made. Okay. Attack box, no. Okay. Okay, so current threads like scan option, there are like 2 to 3 scan options in the quick scan. Like this basically checks folders in your like system where threads are commonly found. and in the full scan it will check all the files and like running programs like which are running on the hard disk. So it will tell all the whether there is a threat or not. And the custom scan, this will basically allow you to like choose which files and location do you want to check. Okay, so quick scan will be for the current thread one, and full scan will be for the all files and folders, and custom scan will be like the files and folders which you choose. Okay, and then the thread history. So there are like three thread history, like large scan, quarantized threads and allowed threads. So large scan, basically this scans your device for the viruses and other threats to like help keep it safe. So it basically will tell what was the last scan and what were the threats which were discovered. Okay, and in the quarantized threats, it will basically tell about the threats which were being isolated and prevented from running on your devices. Okay, and the allowed threats, this will tell about like which were the threats which were like identified, which were identified as threat, but they were allowed to run on your device. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now virus and threat protection settings. So there are like in the manage settings, here in the manage settings, there are informations like real-time protection. This will like locate and stop malwares from running and installing on your like running devices. And cloud one, like this will provide information about the increased and like faster protection from the latest data in the cloud. Okay, and in the automatic sample submission one, this will send sample files to Microsoft to help protect you and other. Okay, so this will basically give you like this will send the sample files to the Microsoft so that it can provide some of the preventive like measures and steps for your device to keep it protected. So we'll just see the first task answer. The question was just a second. Like there were two definition updates installed on the attached VM. Okay, on what date were these updates? Mm, where we can just find the date of the last previous one. Gene active. Okay, this is the date. Mm. Okay, these were the two updates, right? So it was successfully installed on 5/3/2021. Okay, like it is asked for the definition updates. So the answer for this will be 5/3. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so virus and threat protection updates, like we can just check for the updates here, like from the check for the updates option, and the ransomware protection, ransomware protection requires these features to be enabled, like controlled folder access. Okay, and like a real-time protection is turned off in the attached VM to decrease the chances of performance issue. Okay, so uh, okay, so we'll just move to the question, like specifically, what is turned off that Windows is notifying you to turn on. Okay, so here it is giving us like told like a real time protection is turned off and this has to be turned on. Okay, so the answer for this will be real time protection. Okay. Okay, so we'll just take 5 to 10 minutes break. Okay, then afterwards we will just continue.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. So we'll just move into our task 5, okay? Firewall and
Okay.
network protection. So, like Windows has a built-in firewall to help protect networks and devices. The firewall operates using like three network profiles like domain, private network, and public network. Okay. So the
Okay.
firewall is very simple to use. Options like including turning each profile firewall on or off, blocking all incoming connections, and using custom rules to allow specific connections. So like each network may have a different status icon for you. Like the difference between domain, private, and public is like the domain profile applies to networks where the host system can authenticate to a domain controller, and the private one, like this is assigned to like this profile is for the user assigned profile and is used to designate private or home networks. And the public one, this is for the default profile. This is the default profile for the like it is used for the designated public networks such as Wi-Fi hotspots and the coffee shops. Okay, so there are three types of firewalls. So if you click on any firewall profiles, another screen will appear within two options like turn the firewall on and block all incoming connections. Okay, so here you can just block the firewall, or you can just sorry, block all the incoming connections. Like in this option, you can just block this, or with the help of this Windows Defender firewall, you can just turn on or off the firewall. Okay, in the private network one. So warning, unless you are 100% confident in what you are doing. Okay, so allow an app through firewall. So in the Windows Defender firewall, there are the options like allowed apps. So you just go through that. Like there are multiple apps which are like where the firewall has been allowed. So you can just view what the current settings for any firewall profile are. So in the above image, several apps have the access in the private and or public of firewall profile. So some of the apps will provide additional information. It's available in the details button. Okay, so here it will basically tell us like which like apps has the access to the public or private like firewall. Okay, like sections which networks. Okay, so in the advanced settings, this will basically tell us about like the domain profile, private profile, and the public profile. So from here also you can just turn on and turn off the like Windows Defender firewall, and configuring the defending Windows defending firewall is for the advanced Windows user. And yeah, so the question is like if you are connected to a Wi-Fi airport Wi-Fi, what most likely will be the active firewall profile. So when you are connected in the airport Wi-Fi, so the among the three one like domain, private, and public. So which profile will be like most likely will be the active profile for this like scenario?
Firewall.
So here, what you said? So yeah, the question is used to basically demonstrate the reason for having different firewall profiles. So there were three profiles, right? The domain, private, and public one. So here it was written like domain one was for the like domain profile applies to networks where the host system can authenticate to the domain controller. Okay, and the private one like it is used to designate private or home network like for the particular organization or for the home networks. And the public one, it is basically for the like we can say Wi-Fi at the coffee shops, airports, and other locations. So
What
here
is the
it will
domain one actually?
domain one. So basically it allows us to connect where the like host system can basically authenticate itself to the domain controller. Okay, like there are various domain controllers, right? We have learned in the previous section for the websites one,
Okay.
like .com, .eu, something it
Okay.
was like that. Okay, yeah, for this, for domain is for that networks only. So among
Oh,
these three, which one will be suitable for this scenario?
public.
Yeah, so it will be public network. Okay. So next is the apps and browser control. So like the app and browser control utility helps to supplement the virus scanner in protecting against malware. So the two main like categories are like check apps and files, and next one is exploit protection. So like check apps and files are or we can say this is the another name for this is like reputation based protection. And like the check apps and file feature uses Microsoft Defender. Okay, like this is
Okay.
given Windows Defender Smart Screen. So this uses Windows Defender Smart Screen to check unorganized apps and files, and it produces a warning anytime you may be downloading or running potential malware. So basically, this provides like a warning. Okay, and
Okay.
on the other hand, the expert protection. So this is the built into Windows 10 to help protect your device against attacks. So this prevents a number of attacks. This provides an extra defense against specific exploits. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is basically for the exploit protection for any of the specific exploits. So we will move into the question like okay, there is no question again. And the next one is device security. So like device security is used to manage security options to like protect the device against malicious software, and there are only a few options available in device security. And these are like rarely touched. So like first one is core isolation. So this is used to isolate process from the operating system. The main option for core isolation is memory integration. Okay, memory integrity. So this allows Windows to use Hyper-V hardware. Okay, so like in the Linux there are like virtual types of virtualization like Hyper-V, and some more virtualization techniques are there. So here this memory integrity basically allows Windows to use Hyper-V hardware virtualization to essentially create a virtual machine. Okay, this memory
Okay.
integrity. Okay, yeah, so this remains isolated in computer memory, protecting it against various types of attacks. Okay, so and the next, like some computers have a chip called security processors. So, or more specifically, they are known as a trusted platform module. Okay, so like security processor is a computer chip used to perform cryptographic operations. Okay, and systems with a like a security processor will also see details about the security processor in the device security tool. Okay, so the question, do you have any doubt in this task?
No. Right.
Okay, so the question is what is a TPM? So that full form of TPM was trusted platform module. Okay, so I will just copy here.
Trusted platform.
Okay. And the next one is BitLocker. So BitLocker is used to like prevent data exposure on lost or stolen computers. Basically, it is best used with a security processor. Okay, so you can use BitLocker on a system without a security processor, but this requires inserting a USB key on startup. Okay, or when resuming your hibernation. So here, like BitLocker basically is a like drive encryption technique, or we can just say software. This is a data protection feature that integrates with the operating system, and this helps to address the threats of data theft. Okay, So BitLocker provides the most protection when used with a security processor, and like the security processor is the hardware component installed in many newer computers. So like BitLocker helps to encrypt your data, okay, in the Windows. It is a default like feature in the Windows to encrypt any of the data, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the question is written like, what must a user insert on computers that do not have TPM version 1.2 or later? So here, uh, what is the question? Like, what must a user insert on computers that do not have a TPM version 1.2 or later? What we have to insert? Okay. Hmm. It was written somewhere, I think, in the above one. Like it was written somewhere in the above here. Like we have to add a USB chip, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So the answer will be, I think, USB chip only. So uh, okay. So for the like okay, so the question here is written like when we do not have a TPM version like 1.2 or later, so what we have to,
Excuse me. One of my guests is leaving, so can I take 5 minutes break?
yeah, okay.
Hello.
Yeah. In the BitLocker, I have told you you can use BitLocker or a system without like a system processor, security processor, but it requires inserting a USB key on startup, right?
Okay.
So the answer for this will be USB startup key. Okay. So USB startup key. Okay. And um, okay. Okay, so the next one is like volume shadow copy service. So in order to ensure a successful backup and restore options, coordination has to take place between different entities, like the application performing the backup and the applications being backed up. Okay, so between these two, the coordination must has to be take place. So and the storage processes. So Microsoft created the volume shadow copy service (VSS) to handle this coordination. Okay, between the which are like performing the backup and the applications which are being backup and the storage processes. So VSS was introduced with Windows Server 2003, and this can back up application data without taking the application offline. Okay, so malware writers are often aware of VSS, and they have ways of getting around it. For this reason, it's important to have offline backups available, because if it will be online, the like malware writers can easily fetch the details. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the VSS volume shadow copy service, basically this maintains or this handles the coordination between the devices when they are being backed up. Okay.
Okay.
So what is VSS? So the full form for VSS was volume
Volume
shadow.
shadow.
Yeah. So I'll just make it here. Okay. And then the conclusion part, in this room we tackled a number of security tools, right, that come packed with the Windows OS. There were multiple like Windows updates, Windows security. So you just go through these, and if you have any doubt regarding these topics, just tell me tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So the next, like Windows fundamentals has also been completed. So